بتحبي تتعشي معي؟
Would you like to have lunch with me?
اسمع،
هنا بتحبي تتعشي معي؟
لا شكرا يا جون، مو اليوم، أنا أكلت بالأوتيل مع ابني.
منيح. إذن تحبي تتعشي معي أنت وابنك بكرة؟
بكرة رايح لحلب، ابني بده يشوف البلد القديم.
وهلأ شو حتعملي؟
هلأ عندي شغل كتير.
طيب مع السلامة. إذن
اسمع مرة تانية.
هنا بتحبي تتعشي معي؟
لا شكرا يا جون، مو اليوم، أنا أكلت بالأوتيل مع ابني.
منيح. إذن بتحبي تتعشي معي أنت وابنك بكرة؟
بكرة رايح لحلب، ابني بده يشوف البلد القديم.
وهلأ شو حتعملي؟
هلأ عندي شغل كتير.
طيب مع السلامة. إذن
Now you are speaking with a Syrian friend. She says, My younger son is going to Homs.
ابني الصغير رايح لحمص.
He rented a car this morning.
استأجر سيارة الصبح.
She says, He's going to Homs.
رايح لحمص.
He wants to see his friends.
بده يشوف رفقاته. رفقاته.
Tell her that your wife also rented a car today.
مرتي كمان استأجرت سيارة اليوم.
We need a car.
لازمنا سيارة.
We're going to have dinner with our daughter.
حنتعشى مع بنتنا.
She lives in Hama, in the old town.
ساكنة بحماة بالبلد القديمة.
Say that she doesn't need a car in Hama.
مو لازمها سيارة بحماة.
But she's going to Aleppo for a few weeks.
بس رايحة لحلب كم أسبوع.
Can you guess how your friend would say, My son lives in Aleppo?
ابني ساكن بحلب. ساكن. ابني ساكن بحلب.
Do you remember how to ask, At what time?
أي ساعة؟ أي ساعة؟
Literally, you're saying, Which time? Now, how would you ask your colleague, Which son?
أي ابن؟ أي ابن؟
She answers, My younger son.
ابني الصغير. ابني الصغير.
He lives in Aleppo.
ساكن بحلب.
قول
My wife wants to see our younger daughter.
مرتي بدها تشوف بنتنا الصغيرة.
Tell her she lives with her friends.
ساكنة مع رفقاتها.
How does your friend say that her son lives in Aleppo?
ابني ساكن بحلب. ساكن. ساكنة.
قول
Our daughter doesn't need a car in Hama.
بنتنا مو لازمها سيارة بحماة.
But we need a car.
بس نحن لازمنا سيارة.
We will have dinner with our daughter in Hama.
حنتعشى مع بنتنا بحماة.
Tell her, later she's going to Aleppo for a few weeks.
بعدين رايحة لحلب كم أسبوع.
Now your friend says goodbye to you. How do you respond?
الله يسلمك. الله يسلمك.
Here's how she says, see you later. Literally, by your permission.
اسمع أعيد.
عن إذنك. إذنك. نك. إذنك. عن إذنك.
قول
See you later.
عن إذنك.
Another day, you and your friend are discussing a trip. Referring to you and your wife, how does she ask, did you go to Hama?
رحتوا لحما؟ رحتوا؟
And how would she ask that question, referring to just you?
رحت لحما؟ رحت لحما؟
Tell her, yes, I had a little time.
إيه كان عندي شوية وقت.
She says, Hama is not a big city.
حما مو بلد كبيرة.
Agreeing with her, say, no, Damascus is bigger.
لا الشام أكبر.
هي بتسأل
What did you do in Hama?
شو عملت بحما؟
She asks, did you see the old town?
شفت البلد القديمة؟
She asks again, what did you do in Hama?
شو عملت بحما؟
Tell her, we didn't have a lot of time.
ما كان عنا وقت كتير.
We bought some sweets.
اشترينا شوية حلو.
She says, Hama is not a big city.
حما مو بلد كبيرة.
قول
No, Damascus is bigger.
لا الشام أكبر.
Here is how she says that she has to leave now.
اسمع أعيد.
لازم امشي هلأ. لازم امشي هلأ.
How does she say goodbye to you?
مع السلامة. مع السلامة يا أخ.
And how do you say goodbye in response?
الله يسلمك. الله يسلمك.
And how would she say, see you later?
عن إذنك.
A Syrian colleague knows you're visiting from the United States. How does she ask? Are you here with your wife?
أنت هون مع مرتك؟ أنت هون مع مرتك؟
جاوب
No, my son is with me.
لا ابني معي.
How would your colleague ask, which son?
أي ابن؟ أي ابن؟
How does she ask, the older one?
الكبير؟
She asks, which son is with you, the older one?
أي ابن معك؟ الكبير؟
جاوب
No, my younger son is with me.
لا، ابني الصغير معي.
Now she asks you, what did you do today?
شو عملت اليوم؟
Tell her, this morning we ate at the hotel.
الصبح أكلنا بالأوتيل.
We spoke Arabic with the waiter.
حكينا عربي مع الجرسون.
And then we bought some sweets.
وبعدين اشترينا شوية حلو.
She says, Aleppo isn't a big city.
حلب مو بلد كبيرة.
Agreeing, you say, no, Damascus is bigger.
لا، الشام أكبر.
هلأ قول
I saw many things today.
شفت شي كتير اليوم.
But now I have a lot of work.
بس هلأ عندي شغل كتير.
Here's how to say, I have too much work.
اسمع أعيد.
عندي شغل زيادة. زيادة. عندي شغل زيادة.
She says to you, I have to leave now.
لازم أمشي هلأ.
She says goodbye. How do you say goodbye in response?
الله يسلمك. الله يسلمك.
And how would she say, see you later?
عن إذنك.
Another day, you and a colleague are talking about Latakia,
لاذقية.
a port city on the western coast. She asks, have you been to Latakia? Literally, she says, to the Latakia.
على لاذقية.
Try it.
رحت على اللاذقية. لاذقية. على اللاذقية. رحت على اللاذقية.
To ask if you know Latakia, she'd ask, do you know the Latakia?
اللاذقية.
Try to ask, do you know Latakia?
بتعرف اللاذقية؟ اللاذقية؟ أنت بتعرف اللاذقية؟
How would you answer in the negative?
لا، ما بعرف لاذقية. ما بعرف.
Here's the word for yet.
اسمع أعيد.
لسه. لسه. لسه.
Try to say, I don't know Latakia yet.
ما بعرف اللاذقية لسه. ما بعرف اللاذقية لسه.
قول
I want to go to Latakia, but
بدي أروح على اللاذقية بس.
I haven't had the time yet.
ما كان عندي وقت لسه. ما كان عندي وقت.
I had too much work.
كان عندي شغل زيادة. شغل زيادة.
She asks if you would like to see Latakia.
اسمع أعيد.
بتحب تشوف اللاذقية؟ تشوف؟
Tell her again, I haven't had the time yet.
ما كان عندي وقت لسه. لسه ما كان عندي وقت لسه.
Your colleague says it's not a big city, Damascus is bigger.
هي مو بلد كبيرة، الشام أكبر.
Tell her, my son lives in Latakia.
ابني ساكن باللاذقية. ساكن.
She asks, which son?
أي ابن؟ أي ابن؟
Try to answer, my younger son.
ابني الصغير. صغير.
But I don't know Latakia yet.
بس ما بعرف اللاذقية لسه. بس ما بعرف اللاذقية لسه.
جاوب.
He's living with his friends.
ساكن مع رفقاته.
How does she ask if you would like to see Latakia?
بتحب تشوف اللاذقية؟ تشوف؟
Now ask her, and you, do you know Latakia?
وأنتي تعرفي اللاذقية؟
Ask her, did you go to Latakia? Or have you been to Latakia?
رحتي على اللاذقية؟ رحتي على اللاذقية؟
How do you ask her if she's been to Latakia?
رحتي على اللاذقية؟ رحتي على اللاذقية؟
She says, yes, I've been to Latakia a lot.
إيه، رحت على اللاذقية كتير.
Try to tell her, I haven't been to Latakia yet.
ما رحت على اللاذقية لسه. ما رحت. ما رحت على اللاذقية لسه.
She asks, but you would like to see Latakia?
بس بتحب تشوف اللاذقية؟ تشوف؟
قول.
Yes, I want to go.
إيه بدي روح.
But I haven't had the time.
بس ما كان عندي الوقت. ما كان عندي.
I have too much work.
عندي شغل زيادة.
And not enough time.
وما في وقت كافي. ما في وقت كافي.
I haven't had the time yet.
ما كان عندي الوقت لسه.
Now your colleague asks you, do you know Aleppo?
تعرف حلب؟ تعرف حلب؟
جاوب.
Yes, I went to Aleppo yesterday.
إيه رحت لحلب امبارح.
I had a lot of work.
كان عندي شغل كتير. كان عندي.
I ate in a Syrian restaurant.
أكلت بمطعم سوري.
And I spoke Arabic with the waiter.
وحكيت عربي مع الجرسون.
How does your colleague ask if you would like to see the city today?
بتحب تشوف البلد اليوم؟ تشوف؟
Tell her that today you have too much work.
اليوم عندي شغل زيادة.
She asks, in that case, tomorrow?
إذن بكرة؟ إذن بكرة؟
Try to answer, maybe. I don't know yet.
ممكن لسه ما بعرف. لسه ما بعرف.
She asks, do you know the Elisar restaurant?
مطعم أليساف.
تعرف مطعم أليسار؟
You tell her you don't. When she says goodbye to you, how do you respond?
الله يسلمك.
How does she say, see you later?
عن إذنك. عن إذنك.
Later, you go sightseeing with a friend. During lunch, she sees someone she knows and says, there's a friend of mine. First, just listen.
هداك رفيقي. هداك رفيقي.
Now, here's how to say, a friend of mine, or my friend for a woman.
اسمع أعيد.
رفيقي. رفيقي.
Now, here's how she says, there is, or this is.
اسمع أعيد.
هداك. آك. هداك.
Pointing him out to you, how would she say, this is a friend of mine?
هداك رفيقي. رفيق. هداك رفيقي.
How does a woman say, my friend?
رفيقي. هداك رفيقي.
هي بتقول
She says, there's a friend of mine.
هداك رفيقي.
She wants to tell you his name. First, here's his name is.
اسمع أعيد.
اسمه. اسمه.
Try to say, his name is Salim Dumani.
اسمه سالم دوماني. دوماني. سالم. سالم دوماني. اسمه. اسمه سالم دوماني.
Now try to ask, what's his name?
شو اسمه؟ اسمه؟
She says, his name is Salim Dumani.
اسمه سالم دوماني.
Ask again what his name is.
شو اسمه؟ شو اسمه؟
As you and your friend are leaving, she stops to greet him. She says, hello, Salim.
صباح الخير يا سالم.
Gesturing to you, she says, this is a friend of mine.
هداك رفيقي. هداك رفيقي.
Here's how to say, my name is...
اسمع أعيد.
اسمي. مي. اسمي.
قول
My name is Charles Hunt.
اسمي تشارلز هانت. اسمي. مي. اسمي.
قول
My name is Charles Hunt.
اسمي تشارلز هانت. اسمي. اسمي تشارلز.
Your friend tells him, Charles is a friend of mine.
تشارلز رفيقي. رفيقي.
How does he say that he's pleased to meet you?
تشرفنا. تشرفنا.
How did you ask what his name is?
شو اسمه؟ شو اسمه؟
You talk for a few minutes, then your friend says, I have to leave.
لازم أمشي.
You say in turn, Excuse me, I must leave now.
عفواً، لازم أمشي هلأ.
I have too much work.
عندي شغل زيادة.
Do you remember the word for late?
متأخر. متأخر.
Now say, The time is late.
الوقت متأخر. وقت. الوقت. الوقت متأخر.
قول بالعربي.
Say in Arabic, The time.
الوقت.
Say again, I have to leave now.
لازم أمشي هلأ.
The time is late.
الوقت متأخر.
قول
I have too much work.
عندي شغل زيادة.
See you later.
عن إذنك. عن إذنك.
Later, while walking with a friend, she sees someone she knows across the street. She says, There's my friend, Mazen.
مازن.
هداك رفيقي مازن.
You didn't hear her. Ask her what his name is.
شو اسمه؟
She tells you, His name is Mazen Ramzi.
اسمه مازن رمزي.
She takes you over to meet him, saying, He's a friend of mine.
هو رفيقي. هو رفيقي.
Now the man says, My name is Mazen Ramzi.
اسمي مازن رمزي.
How do you say that you are pleased to meet him?
تشرفنا. تشرفنا. تشرفنا.
Say that your name is Charles Hunt.
اسمي تشارلز هانت.
Your friend says, Charles is a friend of mine.
تشارلز رفيقي.
After you speak for a few minutes, she says, Excuse me, but I have to leave now.
عفواً بس لازم أمشي هلأ.
How does Mazen say, See you later?
عن إذنك. عن إذنك.
As you leave together, she tells you again, His name is Mazen Ramzi.
اسمه مازن رمزي.
And how did she tell you that he's a friend of hers?
هو رفيقي. هو رفيقي.
This is the end of Unit 4 and the end of today's lesson. Pimsleur courses work best when done consecutively and on a daily basis. For best results, please continue with the next unit tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Simon & Schuster Audio. Copyright 2010 by Simon & Schuster, Incorporated. Recording copyright 2010 by Simon & Schuster, Incorporated. All rights reserved. This is Unit 5 of Pimsleur's Arabic 2.
اسمع هالمحادثة.
You'll hear
ما بتعرفه؟
You don't know him. And
شفته؟
I saw him.
عفواً تشارلز، بس لازم أمشي هلأ.
عن جد؟ ليش؟
لازم روح على البلد. اليوم بالليل حشوف رفيقي.
أي رفيق؟
ما بتعرفه، اسمه جاك ريتشاردسون.
إيه بعرف جاك، شفته امبارح.
اسمع هالمحادثة مرة تانية.
عفواً تشارلز، بس لازم أمشي هلأ.
عن جد؟ ليش؟
لازم روح على البلد. اليوم بالليل حشوف رفيقي.
أي رفيق؟
ما بتعرفه، اسمه جاك ريتشاردسون.
إيه بعرف جاك، شفته امبارح.
Now, you and an acquaintance are in a restaurant in Damascus when she sees a man she knows. How does she say, "Ah, there's a friend of mine"?
هداك رفيقي. هداك رفيقي.
Can you guess which part of that means a friend?
رفيق. رفيق.
She says, "He's going to Aleppo with me tomorrow."
رايح لحلب معي بكرة.
اسأل.
What's his name?
شو اسمه؟
Try to ask, which friend?
أي رفيق؟ أي رفيق؟
She tells you his name is Jack Hunt. He's American.
اسمه جاك هانت. هو أمريكي.
How does she say, a friend?
رفيق.
He likes is the same as he would like. How would you ask if he likes Syria?
بحب سوريا؟ بحب سوريا؟
She answers, yes, he likes Syria a lot.
إيه بحب سوريا كتير.
You go with her as she greets him. Tell him, "My name is Charles Jones."
اسمي تشارلز جونز. اسمي.
When it's time to leave, how do you say, "See you later"?
عن إذنك.
Now it's the end of another day. A friend asks what you did today.
شو عملت اليوم؟
قول.
Today I saw the city with my son.
اليوم شفت البلد مع ابني.
Which son?
أي ابن؟
He lives in Damascus.
ساكن بالشام.
Which son? The younger one?
أي ابن؟ الصغير؟ الصغير؟
Is he here with you?
هو هون معك؟ هو؟
Yes, my younger son lives here.
إيه ابني صغير ساكن هون.
But today we didn't have much time.
بس اليوم ما كان عنا وقت كتير.
How does she ask you, "Have you been to Latakia?"
رحت لللاذقية؟ لللاذقية؟
جاوب.
No, I haven't been to Latakia yet.
لا ما رحت على اللاذقية لسه.
The word for still is the same as the word for yet. Try to say, "I still haven't been to Latakia." Start with still.
لسه ما رحت لللاذقية. لسه ما رحت لللاذقية.
She says, Latakia is not a big city.
اللاذقية مو بلد كبيرة.
Agree with her, saying, No, Damascus is bigger.
لا، الشام أكبر.
She tells you that she's been to Latakia many times. Tell her, I haven't had the time yet.
ما كان عندي وقت لسه. ما كان عندي وقت.
She asks, Did you see the old town?
شفت البلد القديمة؟
She says Latakia is not big. Damascus is bigger.
اللاذقية مو كبيرة. الشام أكبر.
You realize that it's late. Say, I have to leave now.
لازم أمشي هلأ.
You say goodbye to her.
مع السلامة.
How does she say goodbye in response?
الله يسلمك.
How do you say, I have to leave. See you later?
لازم أمشي. عن إذنك.
Now it's another day. You're speaking with a colleague. She asks, Did you have a lot of work yesterday?
كان عندك شغل كتير امبارح؟
جاوب.
Yes, I had too much work.
إيه، كان عندي شغل زيادة. زيادة.
You want to say, unfortunately.
اسمع وعيد.
آسف. سف. آسف.
Literally, this means, I'm sorry. Say, unfortunately, for a man.
آسف.
I still have too much work.
لسه عندي شغل زيادة.
And tomorrow I have to go into the city.
وبكرة لازم روح على البلد.
قول.
Unfortunately, I still have too much work.
آسف، لسه عندي شغل زيادة.
Now here's how to say, unfortunately, or I'm sorry, for a woman.
اسمع وعيد.
آسفة. في. آسفة.
She says, I still have a lot of work today, too.
لسه عندي شغل كتير اليوم كمان.
How does a woman say, I'm sorry, or unfortunately?
آسفة.
Tell her, later I have to go to the city.
بعدين لازم روح على البلد.
قول.
I still have a lot of work.
لسه عندي شغل كتير. لسه.
Now your friend asks, Do you know Salam Dumani?
بتعرف سالم دوماني؟
Here's how she asks, Do you know him?
اسمع وعيد.
بتعرفه؟ فو؟ بتعرفه؟
How does she ask, Do you know him?
بتعرفه؟
Here's how to say, Yes, I know him.
اسمع أعيد.
إيه بعرفه. بعرفه.
Do you remember how to say, I saw the city?
شفت البلد.
Now try to say, I saw him yesterday.
شفته امبارح. شفته امبارح.
She says, Ah, you know him.
بتعرفه.
هلأ قول
Yes, I know him well.
إيه بعرفه منيح. بعرفه.
Say that he is a friend of yours.
هو رفيقي.
He lives in Damascus.
ساكن بالشام.
Say again, I saw him yesterday.
شفته امبارح. شفته.
قول
I know him well.
بعرفه منيح.
But I don't know his wife. His wife.
اسمع أعيد.
مرته.
How do you say his wife?
مرته.
Try to say, unfortunately, I don't know his wife.
آسف ما بعرف مرته. آسف ما بعرف مرته.
How would she say, she's Canadian?
كندية.
هي كندية. مرته كندية.
Now say again that you don't know his wife.
ما بعرف مرته.
Here's how your friend says, she's a friend of mine.
اسمع أعيد.
هي رفيقتي. رفيقتي. هي رفيقتي.
قول
I think his wife is Canadian.
بظن مرته كندية.
I know him, but I don't know his wife.
بعرفه بس ما بعرف مرته.
She's Canadian, but Salam is Syrian.
هي كندية بس سالم سوري.
Your friend says again, his wife is a friend of mine.
مرته رفيقتي.
Now you want to ask her, do you have time?
عندك وقت؟ عندك وقت؟
To have a coffee?
اسمع أعيد.
تشربي قهوة؟ تشربي؟ عندك وقت تشربي قهوة؟
In this case, you're using drink to mean have a drink. Say, time to have a coffee.
وقت تشربي قهوة؟ تشربي؟
How do you ask her, do you have the time to have a coffee?
عندك وقت تشربي قهوة؟
She answers, yes, I have time.
إيه عندي وقت.
But unfortunately, not much time.
بس آسفة مو وقت كتير. آسفة. بس آسفة مو وقت كتير.
I have to go to the city later.
لازم روح على البلد بعدين.
Referring to a male friend, she says, I saw a friend of mine yesterday.
شفت رفيقي مبارح. شفت رفيقي.
How does she say that his name is Charles?
اسمه تشارلز.
How does she say that she saw him yesterday?
شفته مبارح.
She asks if you know him.
تعرفه؟
جاوب إيه بتعرفه.
إيه بعرفه. بعرفه.
I know him well.
بعرفه منيح. بعرفه منيح.
How would she say his daughter?
بنته. بنته.
Your friend says he's here with his older daughter.
هو هون مع بنته الكبيرة. بنته. بنته الكبيرة.
He lives in Washington.
ساكن بواشنطن.
But he likes Damascus a lot.
بس بحب الشام كتير. بحب.
Referring to Charles, she says his daughter is a friend of mine.
بنته رفيقتي. بنته رفيقتي.
We ate at the Alisar restaurant yesterday.
أكلنا بمطعم أليسار مبارح.
I saw him yesterday.
شفته مبارح. شفته مبارح.
We spoke Arabic with the waiter.
حكينا عربي مع الجرسون.
His daughter is a friend of mine.
بنته رفيقتي. بنته.
Ask her, do you still have time to have a coffee?
لسه عندك وقت تشربي قهوة؟ تشربي؟
هلأ هي بتقول
Yes, I have the time now.